Hello everyone, this is Vicky, StitchNButton, Flosstube number 57. Should have been 2 weeks ago, but things happen. Today is May 20th, and I'm trying to get this knocked out of the way. A couple weeks ago, I was supposed to do my video, and I just didn't feel like it. I couldn't figure out why. I just was not motivated. I had stuff to show, and now I've got tons of stuff to show. And I started catching up on some floss tubes, and I realized I wasn't in the mood to do them because I wasn't even watching Flosstube. I was watching CBS All Access, and I was on Virtual Stitchers and watching, what am I watching? FBI and FBI Most Wanted and something else. Anyway, so I started watching some Flosstube, trying to catch up, and I'm not even, it's such a small fraction of what I need to actually watch. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I wanted to get this out of the way because I have so much stuff that needs to be put away, and I have plans, and I wanted to show you some really cool stuff I've been getting. I am also going to do a little giveaway at the end. It's not much, but it's something. Something. All right, let's get into it. I have a finish. A small finish. If you've watched my other videos, you know that I am doing the Prairie Schooler Santas. I picked out a whole bunch that I like, and itchy. I picked out a whole bunch that I liked, and then I changed all the colors. My colors are gonna be, let me see, get these out. Classic Colorworks, a lot of them. So my green is going to be Steamed Broccoli. My red is my infamous Cupid. The gold is going to be Finley Gold. Browns are going to be Trail Dust. And the skin is going to be Rosy Glow, because almost. I was going to use Snowball, but I think I'm either going to use white or B5200 after this is gone. And then I'm using a couple of the DMCs. So this is my color palette for them. There's a fly. I can't deal. The flies are so bad lately. Anyway, so there's my color palette for these. And as I add on other colors for this, that, and the other thing, I'll add on to my list. I am working all of mine on Dirty You from Dames of the Needle. Bear with me. I'm using my iPad to video this because I think it's going to work a little bit better. It's showing up a lot better anyway. But Dames of the Needle, Dirty You, 32 count. I had her send me a half yard just so I'd have it. It's a little bit different than the old stuff, and that's because of the fabric. She can't get the same fabric that she was getting before to get the same colors, but I'm okay with that. It's a little off. I still like it, and I still think it's going to be good for these Santas. Okay, so the Santa I was working on before was this one, and he is finally done. I added a little 2020 up here so I can mark the century that I finished each one. I like how he turned out, and I'm probably going to do some larger format ornaments, like flat fold type things. Not really flat folds, they're just going to be flats, because they're not going to fold. And I'll probably not hang them on a tree, because my tree is really small. It's an artificial. It's about 6 foot, 4 to 6 foot. Look, don't even look at my nails. They have to grow out. Anyway, so I will be making flats out of them, and I'm thinking, I did the Lizzie Kate series. I forget what they were called. The small ones that you then put onto the wool that was offered, the wool kits that were offered from Weeks Dye Works. And there was like peace, love, hope, joy, those things. There were 12 of them. And I did those, and I ended up hanging those on some garland, some artificial garland with lights above a walkway and entryway. And I think that's a good idea along the lines of these. With them being so big, instead of putting them on a tree, you could still decorate with them. like a garland ornament type thing elsewhere, and that's what I want to do. So that one's done, and after I finished, one night I was on Virtual Stitchers, and I asked Laurel, I said, okay, I'll let you pick my next one, and she picked this one as the next one to do. Now with this one, I can use all the same color palette. The only additional color that's on here is a blue, but it's literally 3 stitches, which is just the blue and the eyes of the sheep. So I'll just pick out something later on when I get there and throw it in there. But otherwise, my same color palette's going to go with it. That's one. One finish, small but sincere, we can do. Because I have so much stuff, again, I'll be putting stuff away as I go along. Okay, let's hope we put all this stuff away as we go along. Because this is so small and I'm putting it on small Q snaps and stuff, I'm using one of my smaller needle minders. That's this little bee. Isn't he cute? Alright. Get my crap together. You'd think I was new to this. I almost feel new to it. It's been so long. Okay. There. That's one. What else am I working on? This one is Midsummer Night Fairy by Mirabilia. It is my oldest whip now, since I finished that Mary Inglebright, and she's getting close. And I'll talk about plans a little bit later. I've been sort of... I want to start all the things, I want to finish all the things, so I'm trying to come up with a game plan as to what to do. And I know most of the time it's Magical Stitches runs my life, but I'm wondering how I can fit that in. On Mirabilia, I had to frog out a bunch of Kryneck, and then I used this for one of the prompts and ended up putting in just a whole bunch more. I did a whole bunch more Kryneck in here, and that's about it. But again, she's still getting so close. I took her totally out of the Q-snaps and everything. I went to iron her now. Just to... she's just looking like crud. I meant to iron her before this, and then I said if I don't get this stuff together and out, I'm never going to do this video. Because I want to do some stitching later. I did a lot of bags. I made a whole bunch of bags over the past couple of weeks, and I didn't do a bunch of stitching during that. And then I've been packing up bags, and I can show you bags at the end. They're all in my group, my StitchNButton group. But I can show what I have left, because although I did like 40 bags, I might have half of them left. They go quick. Alright, the next thing I have to show is Animal Magnetism. Love this, love this. This is the second time I started it, because the first time it was stolen. I'm not going to talk about that. And I have this much done. I started on some of the back stitching before, and I will continue to do more back stitching. I wanted to get the parrot in. So, believe it or not, that's like 200 stitches. It really doesn't look it, even with the half stitches counting as a half stitch. It's still 200 stitches on that bird and the twig. So I wanted to get that in there so I can do more back stitching around the ear and stuff. But I want to do back stitching as I go along, so it's not such a big task later, because as you know, with any dimensions, they try to kill you with the back stitch. I had changed out this fabric. What is it? They had, I think they said Ada or something, and I think this is like a Charles Craft linen, if I'm not mistaken, like the Irish linen natural color or something. I forget which one I put on, but it works for it. And I'm going to put this in here. My seal bag from Garon. These are so cute. I don't think he's got these anymore. Okay, my next one is Gracie. This is Dressed Monkey on the Throne. You can get this at artfire.com. It's a website sort of like Etsy, just not as popular from my standpoint. It's not as popular. I didn't hear about them until we were looking for that monkey on the toilet. So I am stitching Gracie on 18 count, and I filled in a lot. What did I do? I filled in window and green. Window and green. I had to do so many stitches for something, you know, Magical Stitches told me to do it, so that's what I did. And I think it's actually moving along a lot faster than I thought. And I am, let me see, I'm using paper. It wouldn't translate over to Pattern Keeper, so I ended up having to use the paper chart, but that's fine because this chart is so big, it's a lot easier to read than most of them. So I mark off everything. I have to for my own sanity. So here is my Gracie. And I put what's more snarky than a monkey on a toilet, but some Deadpool. He's available. He's still available. This one's in a bag from blueq.com. Love those bags. It's like 95% recycled. I love recycle, reuse, reduce, right? It is Nerdapalooza month. The month of May is considered Nerdapalooza for Semi-Sane, and I am participating because I have to. I just have to. So I had bought this not too long ago. I had showed it on a previous video, and it's Droid's Welcome, as it says right there. I am stitching this one on a piece of fabric. It's Lugana, 32 count Lugana Opalescent Ocean, and I am 99.9% sure it's from Silk Weaver. And that's how far I got on that. It was a small start. And I don't have a BB-8, but I do have an R2-D2 who's... Did you see the fly go by? I'm going to lose my shit. Oh. The girls on Virtual Stitchers saw me lose my shit the other night over a fly. They were cracking up. Anyway, this is opalescent. It's kind of sparkly and cute, and I'll be putting more stitches in this before the end of the month. With Nerdapalooza, it's not a counting challenge. It's only visible progress, and since it's a new start, that's still visible technically, but it's working out very easily. Very easily. It's very quick, so it's not too bad. The next one, I told you I've been working, is Doctor Who. For Nerdapalooza, I decided to start Doctor Who. This one is OhMyStitchesShop. And I bought this a couple of months ago along with that Oz one that was really cool. And decided to work on this one, start this one for Nerdapalooza. Side note, I'm not doing Mania. I thought about doing something like maybe Monogamania or something like that. And I know I was doing that Blimey Cat, and I couldn't find the spreadsheet that I had, so I just said, you know what? Change of plans, right? That's okay. And that's how far I got. There was 2 sessions of stitching on it. I used it for Magical Stitches and Nerdapalooza. This needle minder right here is from, I think it's from Mad for Minders. I could be wrong. Sorry, don't know. Don't remember. It's either, I think it might be Mad for Minders or Charisse from Stitchingly Along. One of the two. And I'm not sure how much more I'm going to get done on this. I mean, it's already, what, the 20th? So I don't have too many more days left in May, but I'll do what I can. I still need to put more stuff on Vader, which I'm going to show because I did work on him. He's towards the bottom. Another one that I've worked on is this henna mandala. Don't look at my nasty handwriting. And this is the ink circles. I decided to go with a henna type motif as far as colors go. So I guess it's colorway, not motif, because words. And I need to start ironing this crap. Amy loves Toads, irons hers all nice. I need her to iron mine all nice. Amy, come on down, see the frogs in person, and iron my stuff. So, anyway, so this is on 32 count Georgia Peach Cobbler from Dixie Samplers. It was an exclusive for the Georgia Retreat for Primitive Stitchers Society a few years back. It reminds me of a tan skin tone, and then the color I'm using is Silks for You PR067. My friend Gina and I are using different fabrics with the same color thread because it reminds us of those henna colors. I gotta tell you, this lighting with this iPad is really doing well. A lot better than my phone. I'm liking this. And Negan's on there because Negan, Walking Dead tattoos, why not? Besides, I love Negan. And, again, he's available. Not, okay, girls, calm down. The needle minder's available in my group. Yeah, get some Dean Anderson there. Is that Gene? I'm trying to think of his name, and I think that's totally wrong. Anyway, I'm not really good with stars' names anyway, but I know what he looks like. It's a totally different person. It's Morgan, isn't it? Whatever. So sue me. Whatever. I have a headache and a fly. Alright, my next one is one of my faves that I started recently because I don't have enough to do. And I think my whip counts up to like 36 or 38. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't counted them recently, so we'll see. Long Dog Samplers. I started Anzac and I used it for a few challenges and I got in over 1,000 stitches. For those using Pattern Keeper, if you weren't aware, this does show up on Pattern Keeper. The only problem is that the back stitching doesn't. So you'll still need the original pattern, either looking at it PDF and or through Goodreads, GoodNotes, I think it's called, or print it out. But you'll still need it for the back stitching. So what you see here is I stitched all that, but there's stuff missing because I didn't do the back stitching yet. Such as all the hash marks, the little checker marks in there. He doesn't have that yet. This I'm stitching 1/1 on 28 count black Lugana, and that is Ara McCall from Romy's Creations thread. It's a cotton thread, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's new from her Nashville market release. I had gotten this one and then the Bluebird or Blue Jay one, and I am loving these colors. I think this is adorable. Look how small. Look at the comparison. That little tiny koala. He's adorable. And I know I thought I was going crazy picking black. I can't believe how easy it is to stitch on it, considering as long as I have a good light and obviously my glasses, I can see it just fine to stitch. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. So that's how far I've gotten on that one. I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to pick that one up again. As much as I'd love to, I really feel like I need to focus on some other things first. And plus I have some new starts that I'll show you that I'm going to do. because I don't have enough to do yet. Alright. And done. We're getting there, guys. Next one is one that I got a good amount done on it. It's this Eagles mascot that I'm doing for a friend of mine. And I got a good 100 and something stitches, and then I frogged out half of them. You see the green? Mm-hmm. I'll take a little piece of tape and get those off. But I was stitching along. I was like, oh yeah, this is going fast. And then I realized it was supposed to be gray. Dummy. So I picked it all out. After, of course, I logged my stitch count for the challenge that I was doing it on. And I'll clean that up and do that again. This is 26 count, and I forget the fabric. It's like a Zweigart. Or I think it's a Zweigart, if I'm not mistaken. It's 26 count. It's, yeah, I don't have it written down here. And I'm doing 3 strands just to get the coverage, because I'm doing it over 2. So 3 over 2 on this 26 count. I think the color is great, so we're good. And I'm pretty sure this is the one I had restarted. It is. I should just knock that one out quick. I have one less thing to do in my life, right? In a perfect world. Go away. I don't know what that is. Alright. Now what? Now what? Nerdapalooza again. This one. Valenti Cross Stitch. This one's on Etsy, as you can see right here. And it's Yoda. In case you couldn't figure that one out, it is Yoda. And I am stitching Yoda on this fabric. What did I write down? I thought I wrote it down. If I only had a brain, I'd write shit down. I didn't put it in there. There it is. It's a tag. Okay. This one is hand-dyed by the Slovak farm. It's 36 count Joblin, Wedgwood Blue, Dark. I bought this off of Laura. She has a group. I think it's called Hand-Dyed by Slovak Farm. And she's got a group, so you can go check her out. I know she's been sewing bags and masks and stuff like that. So, Yoda. Yoda got started for one thing and then got a prompt for something else. So, I have finished his left frontal lobe and his ear, because those bodacious ears he's got going on there. And this is the O from Do. And of course, a Yoda needle minder has to go on there. And I do have more of those. I got to keep this tag with it or I'll never remember next time. But he's looking pretty good. Really quick stitch. I almost didn't want to put it down, but I had to get other things done. So I think I overachieved on the stitches that I need to do just so I can get things done on it. So that goes with my Nerdapalooza plus some magical stitches. And I worked a bit on this monster. This is Aqua City Max Colors from xJuDesign, Ciro Marchetti. Love this. I find that I like a lot of his stuff. This is gorgeous. Every time you look at it, you see something new. At least I do. And look at those blue stitches. I'm trying to think of what I did. I think I did down here. I filled in some stitches down there, probably only 100 or 200, just for a prompt, and filled in some there. And I'm telling you, the Pattern Keeper is a lifesaver. It is making a lot easier for me to decide on what color to work on next. Needle minder, I have that in my shop too, Ursula, because it's under the sea. Funny story about this. This is one of those plastic dimes that comes in those little play registers for the kids. And when I was at Galleria last year with Elizabeth from Dames of the Needle, it was in her change bag, in the money bag to give change. And she almost gave it to people, I don't know, 2-3 times. She was like, why do I, she's like, I keep on grabbing this. I'm like, why do you keep on throwing it in the bag? She's like, I don't know. So I took it and I made a needle minder out of it. Because that's what you do with annoying things, right? I think it's cute. It works well. And, oh, that's another thing. I had some park threads. I used all the park threads on there. I mean, I will park again, probably, if I need to, but with the Pattern Keeper, you don't have to park as much, I find, anyway. So I just got it out of the way so I can keep on going. Sometimes those park threads will get in your way, get tangled, you know, stuff like that. Get caught on stuff. Okay, this next one. This one took a flight across the room. This is Hedgehog. He is still adorable. I still love him and that little gnome. It's still a great little thing, right? Well, I was getting great progress on him. I did a few hundred stitches on him. I finished the top. I just need to do back stitching up there, but I was trying to finish up the roof before I start the back stitching. And then I got down here, and there's a mistake. After I had already frogged some stuff, and then found enough, and if I haven't looked at it again, I need to take a look and see if, here's the deciding factor on whether I have to frog half of this. If these are all where they need to be over here, I can fudge what's going on in here. If. And I haven't gotten the courage to go look to see how much frogging I actually need to do. I mean, it still looks good. But with the stitches, I know there's a lot of color changes, but there's for a reason, because it gives the shadowing on those little peaks. So I really need to find out if I need, how much I actually need to frog. Cross your fingers for me. This is stitched on Peddler's Blend, and that's a 32 count. This is from Dames of the Needle. I'm loving the fabric. It's not the fabric's fault. It's definitely my counting. And probably being on Virtual Stitchers and not paying attention. This is my mine. It's from Finding Nemo. Those available in my shop. So he is out until I can figure out what I need to do. And that's something I'm going to have to be in the quiet room here and figure out where he needs to be in his life. Don't look at my hair. I just threw it up. Okay. 2 more that I worked on. We're half hour in. This is Vader. This was from Stitch Line on Etsy. They are now, I want to call it Stitch Area, because I don't think it's Stitcheria. Because Stitcheria sounds weird. Anyway, it's Stitch Area. That's what I call it. And it's called Vader. I saw this Minty Stitcher had stitched it on Instagram last year. She had finished it. I think it was last year or the year before. It all runs in together. I had to buy it. After I saw it so many times, I was like, nope, I gotta buy it. He's still on the Q-Snap because I still need to make some kind of progress with him besides what I've done. So basically, I just worked the blue in there and that's it. I think I put in the 100 stitches that I needed for whatever prompt and then called it a day on it, but I knew I needed more. So I'm going to do more on that one. Trying to think of a good plan of attack on this. On Vader. Just because there's not a lot of colors, but it jumps around a lot, and I'm trying to get in a zen with this one, and it's making it hard. Yeah, I'm using the paper on this one. It's just easier for me. Even though it doesn't go into Pattern Keeper, but it will go into Good Notes. I've just been using the paper on it. This fabric is 36 count. It is by Vicky Clayton hand-dyed fibers by Vicky Clayton that's no longer made. It's the same purple that I did my Edgar Allan Poe on. I think I have a small piece left. I have no idea what I'm going to use that for. Alright. Does the back look okay? I don't even know what it looks like back there. Last one is Mini Space Traveler from Hade. I'm doing this on 22 count Ada, and I only got in about 160 stitches on this one. I worked on this. This wasn't there before. And I filled in a couple of little here and there. And then I was like, I just want to get the stitches in. I don't feel like doing the confetti stuff. So I just did a decent block of color to get that out of the way. And I still need to work on these parked ones. But this is the end of that page. This is the end of the page. So this might, I think this is going to be the one where I get my first ever page finish on a Hade, because I keep on starting them and not getting much progress. Maybe I can finish the page before the end of the year. What do you think? This needle minder is available through my shop. Yeah, that's the one. I had to think about it because I have a couple of different ones. And I like it. I'm liking it. I'm doing this 1/1 on this 22 count, and I think the coverage is fine, especially when you look at it back here. When you're real close, it's not as full. But when I did what was it, Blue Flame? It ended up bunching up with the two, so I think I did better with just doing it with one. This one lives in another Garon bag. Love these elephants. You'd think I would have put animal magnetism in here, but meh. Why bother? Anyway, so that's what I've actually been working on the past month. I think I covered everything. I'm looking at my notes. Okay. Now, I've got some acquisitions, some haul, some spending too much money, but I'm okay. My bills are paid, so who cares? One thing that I got, and I put it on my Instagram, so some of you might have seen it. You know what this is? This is a clamp to the Lowery stand and Hugh Jackman, because why not? This is the fuchsia color. They didn't have the regular color when I shopped, which is it's a little bit cheaper, or okay, a little less expensive, but I like the fuchsia anyway, so fuchsia it is. I also bought, see the extender bar right there in my Q snap basket. I bought the extender bar, and I also bought the accessory bar, and it's over there. Anyway, it has some holes in it so you can add stuff to it. My main reason for getting it is because if I go out to the living room and want to use it, I'm going to, meaning want to use the stand, I'm going to want to clip a light on or something like that, and that will hold that for me. The only thing that's magnetic on these are this part and one of the screws. So the bar and all that, that's not magnetic. It's not going to hold your magnets. If you want a magnet on there and want it magnetic, you're going to have to glue one on there, just so you know ahead of time. I also got word that corner clamps are coming back. They're getting a rash of questions, requests for corner clamps. So they're going to work on making more of those to make those more readily available. And I can't wait, because I would love to have a corner clamp to put on my, let me stop playing with this, to put my Q-snaps on, because it holds it better. Alright, I've got some plans, and I've got some stuff that I bought. It's also part of my plans, so let's go for it. One thing that came in was my Victorian Motto. This month's colors are Lemon Zest, Caramel Toffee, Green Rainbow, River Valley, Spring Azalea, and Deep Red. So almost a blue, more of a greeny color. I'm still waiting for more blues. All the blues, please. The red looks really good though, doesn't it? Yeah. So these ones need to go up there. What's next? I found a sale. MandarinksDesigns. It's all one word. Right there. Etsy has a sale, and I'm not sure if it's still going on by the time you watch this. Not sure. It's always worth a try. And I think I got 30% off. So I bought a couple that were on my wish list. Jessica Rabbit, definitely on my wish list, has been for a while. I'm actually waiting for needle minders, Jessica Rabbit needle minders, to come in to offer. Everything is shipping super slow, so I'm not surprised. But Jessica's going to have to be a start soon. Love her. I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way. And then, why buy one and not buy two? So the Enterprise it is. I don't have any Star Wars. I mean, Star Trek. I have all Star Wars. I even have a Marvel and stuff and Doctor Who, but I don't have any Star Trek. So the Enterprise it is. I had to buy that one. I'm thinking if I choose a really cool fabric, I only have to do the ship. That's my thoughts. It's just figuring out where the ship starts and the other stuff ends first. But I think it'll work out. So go check that out. Another thing I bought was, I know on Amazon you can get these bags that I've been opening and closing. You can get them on Amazon by like the dozen or 15s, and they're multiple colors, and they're usually the smaller ones, about this size, right? I ordered the larger ones, and I did that because I've been kitting up stuff like, and I might have shown this on my previous video, I don't know. I've been kitting stuff up, so instead of putting it in baggies, I thought it'd be a good idea to throw the pattern and then the fabric or whatever as I go along and put them in here, and that way I know the bag's going to be big enough. And I'm sort of thinking that I might want to get some of the small ones too. These ones on Amazon, I think I looked up vinyl tote bags or something like that, and they came up, and the larger ones were only about $20 for 15 of them, which is a steal. And they come with these pulls on them, these little plastic pulls, makes it easier to open, close. They have the top opening, and there's different colors: yellow, blue, green, red, white, black, and I think I covered all the colors. Alright, so that's what I've been using to kit, especially since I've got some Heaven and Earth designs that I've been wanting to kit up. Alrighty, now more stuff, because I don't have enough patterns or anything. I had to buy more, and I usually have a running grouping of things I want to get from the whole Stitching Caboodle from Jen, and I put in an order with her, and she gathers it all together and then sends it. So about once a month or so I'll get stuff from her. This one, the Nutcracker from RATM, saw this, and part nostalgic, part love it, part nostalgia, because my mom did costumes, and one of the things she did costumes for every year was the Nutcracker Suite at the Pennsylvania Ballet in Philly. Not only did she do it, but I got to do it a couple of years, and it was a lot of fun. I've seen it a few times also, you know, as audience, because when you're working on the shows, you see it from side stage, it's different, trust me. So I have gotten to see this a couple of times, plus I got to work on it a couple of years in a row. So I had to get this one. And loving the Nutcracker, loving the mouse, our ballerina, and the little pictures. They're just, there's little packages down here with the crow. Look at that. Love that. Had to order that one. Now, I had made an order for some stuff from Market, and there was a little delay because of all the crap going on these days, you know. So, my order came in for my Ronnie Rose. I got all 4. Mount Rushmore, the Lady Liberty, and then my 2 favorites out of the 4 of them, Native American, look at that, and White House. And it says, we must find the time to stop and thank people who make a difference in our lives. How true is that? Day in, day out, we don't do it enough. Here's something, and before I show you, let me get on a soapbox for a minute. Something that's always stuck with me. 9 times out of 10, a mom will be running through the house and push her kid aside or tell him to get out of the way. Yet, if she was going through the grocery store, she's going to say, excuse me, to a stranger. When are we going to start showing the same respect to everyone, especially the ones we care about the most? Why do they get second-rate attitude 9 times out of 10? And I'm not saying everybody does it, but I've seen it more than once, so it is prevalent. And it's something I try to remember. You know, if I care about someone, then let's give them the same respect as I would to a stranger. You know, hold the door. Why wouldn't I hold the door for a family member, but I'll do it for somebody I don't even know? Why would I care that much more about a stranger opinion of me than I would the people that are in my life every day? Something to think about. Off my soapbox. Okay. I had gotten the Jack Frost Tree Farm series from Jen, and for some reason we missed these 2, so I got the last, well, these aren't the last 2, these are the middle 2. But now I've got the last of them to make the set. Very cute. I also had taken advantage of some of her old stock, and she was getting rid of this one. No, I say getting rid of. It was at a discount. And although I won't make the necklace, it's not something I would wear, I think those would make cute smalls. This is Heart Tree Necklace by Rosewood Manor. I don't know if it's still available. It probably is. I don't know that any of them are out of print for Rosewood, but you know that her things work up so much nicer than the pictures. And what is up with it? I hope that's fabric and not somebody's wallpaper. I'm just saying. Really? Yeah. Anyway, I think those would be cute as smalls for exchanges and stuff, so got that one. Next one is a Hello from Liz Matthews. At first, I didn't remember buying this, and then I did. This is Loved by You. It reminds me of the song, How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You. Very simple, and I like the way it's finished. So, definitely. And how quick is that going to stitch up? I think that's cute. And then another Market release. Lindy I say Lindy like that's her name. Lindy Stitches, Stephanie from Lindy Stitches. Mary Needlework, love this. I see that there's a different colorway on the back. There's a day and a night. So that's, I'm assuming, the day. And that's the night. I like the day. I'm not sure if I'll use all of the called for colors. I probably have a lot of them. They're all Weeks Dye Works, it looks like. I just think this is adorable. How cute is that? So that's that. I also put in, because I'm trying to spread the love, as most of you are, I also put in an order. I can get rid of that. And I can get rid of it, but I didn't read where it's from because, you know, you'll remember if you're not doing video, but as soon as you're doing video, you forget everybody's name, every company. So, bear with me. Squirrel. And there's a squirrel on this, by the way. I ordered from Gulf Coast Stitches, Julie at Gulf Coast Stitches, and I had done Scary 1, and I didn't have Scary 2. So I had to get that. This one might have been on sale too. It was discounted. It was part of her sale. So of course I had to get it. It's cute. Squirrels, acorns, pumpkins, all the things. I also couldn't let it travel alone. So I bought the new Classic Colorworks threads from Market, the release. And they are Lighthouse. Most of you probably saw this. Mariner's Compass and Chesapeake Bay. That is a great color combo. Look at those. And she sent along this free sampler heart chart to go with them. I guess that came with the release where they did them in each color. I think they're cute. Great, 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 great colors. I can do that. Okay. What else did I get? Because I'm not done, but wait, there's more. I received my Fabric of the Month from Fabric Flairs. What's it called? My Fabric Party. MyFabricParty.com. That's where you sign up for the monthlies. And this is the one I received this month. And it's called Floral Thoughts. I have the regular. They also have a seasonal and a medley. I think the medley is seasonal or something. But this is Floral Thoughts. As you see, there's flowers and then there's like this tree situation going on over here. I'm almost thinking, I don't know what I put on this. I don't hate it. You know, when you get the monthly mystery stuff, you're not going to like everything. And I don't hate it. I think it's very cute. I think also there's options for this. A, I could find a really cool memorabilia to put on there. Like one of the stand-up ladies. B, I could use it as two separate pieces. Because of the tree situation is not all the way at the bottom, I could use this half. And then I can go ahead and use this half for something else. There's options. So, that's that month. That's for the month of April. I have not received May's yet. What's up with that? They took the money. Where's my money? Where's my fabric? Because I don't have any. Not even worried about it. Okay. That's part of plans. That deserves an explanation. Almost. Like, I really need to explain myself, but you know what I mean. Okay. Then, there is a website. There is a dog using my foot as a pillow and huffing at me. Can you believe this? Are you comfortable? You good? It's getting a little hot to have the dog laying on you. Okay. So, I ordered from Sunny Dyes Fabrics, and it says sunnydyesfabrics.com, but I also know that there's a whole nother website, and it's called, there's a web address, what's it called? Creative Hands, something, I don't know, I'll have to look it up, guys, I don't even remember, because when I looked at it, it's nothing like Sunny Dyes Fabrics, and I almost got confused as to where it came from. But she does hand painting on fabric. And Vicky from Reading and Stitches loves this fabric. And so I went on to see what they had. I didn't order anything she would have to do because it takes a while. Not that I was in a rush, but I just ordered stuff that she had on hand. Why not? One of them I ordered was this one. This is a fat eighth. It's called Snow Shower. No, it's about true to color from what I'm seeing here anyway. I like it. It's a 32 count Lugana. My only concern is the dots. The dots are, let me see if I, see? I have a feeling in the couple of spots where the dots are going to be where you stitch, it's going to be a little bit of a problem getting the needle through, whether you have to use a sharp or just really push hard without pushing the needle into your finger. But it's still cute. I'll still use it. But that's just a little bit of thing that concerns me. I don't know what she used to make that. It almost looks like silver puffy paint or something. Now, the other one I bought was Carp Noctum, I want to say. It's a 32 count Lugana fat eighth. And I bought the vertical one, portrait, because you can get it or landscaped. And it's got that little moon back there. And I think this would look cute with a pixie maybe. And now I've got another idea for Halloween Fairy. I wonder if that'll fit. I don't think it's going to fit on Halloween Fairy. I'm going to have to look. I'll have to check. And then I got a third piece from her. This one is 32 count Sugar Plum Fairy. It's 32 count Lugana. It's got some sparkle in it. It's like a fairy dust type of sparkle. It's almost like two different pieces of fabric. Because, I mean, I could use the pink one. I could use the blue one. I could use the whole thing. Do something like this. Or if I need to. There's options. I do like this one. You can see the sparkle on there. It's coming up pretty decent. My stomach just growled because I have not eaten yet. Got a slight headache. Need to get some food. Need to finish my video. So those are cute. A lot of her colors are, a lot of her fabrics, I should say, have a lot of color going to them. Some of them are a little crazier than I prefer. Like if I was going to put something on it, on a lot of them, they'd probably be more like a monochromatic type situation, ink circles or something. So, put the tags away so they'll fit back in the baggie. But I'll put her link below. I don't know if it's gonna. I have to check and see if it'll come up as sunnydyesfabric.com, because sometimes they'll have two addresses for the same link. I'll write it down because I know that's not the one I used, although it's the same company. That's confusing. I don't like when people do that. All right. On a fabric kick, because I have so many patterns, I figured I might as well buy some fabrics when I'm spreading the love. And I ordered from xJuDesign. What's this? A little thank you for my order with all of her information. She sent me Spring Dream. It's silk. It's 4 meters. It's a little green silk. It's cute. And I bought a 15 by 13 light pumpkin. I haven't even opened this yet. Hang on. Light pumpkin. And showing a shade or two lighter than it really is. And you know what? Alright, let me call you guys out. The ones that are like, oh, her fabric smells good. It smells like vinegar. Which is not, oh, it's horrible, it smells like vinegar, but do you guys like huff pickles? I'm just, I'd say asking for a friend, but I'm really asking for myself. Doesn't smell horrible. It has because I never sniffed fabric until people were like, oh, this smells good. Now I gotta sniff all the fabric. But it smells like fabric and vinegar. So you guys must really like vinegar. I don't know. This one's called Old Sheep. Another one that I haven't even opened up yet. This is a small piece. It's 28 count. The other one was 32 count, by the way. Murano. Old Sheep, 12 by 13. And apparently there was a receipt in there too that I should probably open up the fabric. But I like the colors, so I didn't really need to open it, right? And then the next one is a 19 by 27, which is what, a fat quarter? 32 count Belfast linen, spicy carrot. That's a spicy carrot. Look at that spicy carrot. I love that. I think that's going to look great on something fall and or Halloween, probably. Or even a rustic Christmas. That wouldn't be a bad rustic Christmas type thing to go with. But I think that's cute. Very happy. It doesn't stink. It doesn't smell good. It's just got a scent. I don't know. You guys are weird. Let me go huff my vinegar. I got a few. I've got balsamic. I've got white. I've got apple cider vinegar. Should I go huff them all? Go ahead. Be mad at me for saying it. I just thought it was funny. Anyway. I'm going to leave that one for last. This one. I went and put in an order for 2 pieces of fabric from Cindy Sorley, Stitchery Express, because I'm going to join in on the birthday sale for Sammy J Stitches, and we're doing Garden Prelude. Most of us are not doing the flowers and the arches, and when I say most of us, I mean me too. And that means you actually don't need any of the Karen water lilies, and you don't need any of the beads. It's bead free, water lily free, and I don't even know that I need the chronic braid. I don't think I do. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, so just her, and I was fiddling with that fabric viewer, and realized that that a lot of people were picking Moonlit Tree. So I looked at it and I thought it was really cool, and I put it in my thought process, right? And then I found another one and I couldn't decide which one I wanted. So I bought both of them because I know Moonlit Tree will fit somewhere with something sometime because it's cool. So there's also Northern Lights, which I know I can make fit somewhere, someplace cool if I didn't like it. My whole thing with it is that I really like these colors up here, and I think it's going to pull out the colors in the dress, but I wasn't sure how dark and or light they would look when it was printed. You know, because subject to change type things. So I ordered it. I pulled the colors, like the main colors, and it's going to work. It's going to work like I thought it would. That dress is going to look great on there, and I'm using Northern Lights. I don't know that I've seen anybody else that's using Northern Lights. I am. So this one, this sale starts on the 23rd of August. It's on Virtual Stitchers. Again, if you want to join Virtual Stitchers, it's so you can stitch virtually with us. Not to just join the sales. Sorry, I don't want to sound crass, but that's that's what the group's for, is to virtually stitch with people and meet people and do those things. And there's so many other groups where you can just join a sale, make a sale, lurk, and or just post things without doing video. And maybe you need to find one of those. And most of it, normally we wouldn't even say that, but with all the problems that we had with a couple of people being strange and lurky and kind of stalker-ish, we're not as comfortable with just letting lurkers in. So we do ask that you participate. And if you don't want to participate, you can go in, and if you decide you want to participate again, come back. There's options. Everybody's always so afraid of insulting people by telling them what they intend. But my thing at this point is, I'm not trying to insult anybody, but when is it the point, when is it okay for me not to be insulted or inconvenienced and or aggravated? Some self-preservation. Another little soapbox, just a little step. Okay. I was looking for some fusible fleece that I like for my bags, and I couldn't find it on Joann's, but I did find a coupon, and I did find a clearance section, and I did find something that I had to order to be shipped. That would be these Riolas kits. Look at those meerkats. They're hugging. They're very happy about this hug, by the way. This one looks a little jealous, and might bitch slap that one for touching its boo. I'm just saying, it could be a situation later on. We'll find out. This one, these penguins. Everybody's happy about everybody, and it doesn't look like anybody's going to jab on anybody else later. So that's a good thing. It's a good. This is happy feet right here, right here. It's. I think they're adorable. It's the wool type stuff, which, if you've seen my previous videos, you know that I'm doing Starry Night. It's a Riolis. It's the woolly stuff. And it's okay. Although I really need to figure out if I'm doing it one strand or two. I think I figured out I'm doing 2 strands, even though I've done it both ways on this. And I'm not pulling it out. How about that? I don't care. I don't care. At this point, I don't even care. Mine last but not least purchase. Well, almost my last but not least purchase. I was able to snag up one of the extra spring bags from Garon Toten Bags. These are the bags that they were offering as a set for the, or is this summer? For the summer set for the summer Quaker sale that they're doing with Rosewood Manor. Rosewood Manor. That's what that is, right? Yeah. I'm not doing the Quaker thing, but I really like the bag. I think it's absolutely adorable. And it's one of the bigger ones, so I can put my Hade stuff in, and with me doing all this kitting, I wanted another bag. I think it's gorgeous. The inside are bees. More bees. It's great stuff. And, of course, I had to buy their t-shirt. Now, contrary to Gary's belief, even if I was wearing this t-shirt, he and I still don't look alike. Gary, you've got something wrong with you. But we are not twinsies. No matter if, even if I had your little stick-up hairy thing going on there, or what's it, floppy now because of quarantine. Yeah, no. We're still not going to look alike. I still love you. Now, don't be that disappointed. I still love you, but I did have to get a bag, one of their toten bag t-shirts, because why not? And green and red, I'll be ready for Christmas, and or Shamrock Shakes. Oh, I think I missed Shamrock Shakes. I did. I didn't get any this year. It's like one of my only annual things I like to do. Almost made it without a sneezing attack, but shit happens. Okay, more plans, and then I'm done. I'm doing a sale with a couple of people in Virtual Stitchers We're going to start this on the 29th because it's the leap into a new start, or the 29th of every month this year. And I am going to do the peacock for the petites. I got it signed by Teresa back in the day. I think this is dated 99. And I bought it a couple years after. It's got a little bit of wear from being here and there. Anyway, so a few of us are doing this one and a few are doing peacock tapestry. What I did was pull the threads, and then I decided to work on, this week is like fabric flare week, I swear. This will work. It's like a very baby blue color for it, because I don't think I had a white that I would have wanted to use on it. So baby blue, even weave, it's so light that it's not going to interfere with all the other colors that are going on. That is a fabric flare. It's just called blue, and it's 32 count. And I wrote it down. Pulled all the colors. Well, there are a ton of blends. So what I did was I numbered just the blends. I gave them their own number, and some of them are the same, like these ones are the same as some over here. So I numbered the blends, and I made myself a blend fabric. I took this piece of Osnaburg and made squares, numbered the squares, okay, rectangles, numbered the rectangles along, and then what'll happen is, as I come up to a blend, I'll take a length of each color, you know, shorter length of each color, and I'll blend all 6 strands. I'll take one strand from each until all 6 are done on a needle, and then I'll park it on the number that coordinates with the number that's on here. So, just so I'm clear, say I was doing blend number 20 for that symbol. I would take one 6 strand piece of 522 and one 6 strand piece of 3012. I'd pull a strand of each, put it on the needle. I'd have 6 needles like that, and then I'd go and park all 6 needles in spot number 20. That way when I come up to it, it's already blended. I don't have to pull the 2 different colors again. It makes it a lot easier, and I know I had explained it before in a previous video, but I figure I'd go explain it one more time for anybody that might need to do that or might want to do that. So there is Peacock Majesty. We are having another stitch along. A bunch of us are starting, they're starting that limited edition, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the limited edition full coverage Hade. I think it's still on the site right this minute. I don't know when they're taking it down. But I didn't want to start that one, but I have stuff I wanted to start. So, I spent most of the day yesterday pulling the threads for Wizard of Oz. This is a hashtag Silver Stitcher made me do it. And the colors are better than that. It's just my printer hasn't been printing really dark. All but maybe 6 threads, 7 threads. All cut. Only the lengths I was going to need for each one. So it's not using a whole skein if it doesn't need it. And I did explain how I do that in a previous video. And this fabric is 25 count easy grid that I had Keepsakes order for me. And it's really long. Ha! I got jokes. Anyway, that is for that. I did miss, I think I'm missing, like I said, 6 to 8 or something like that. So I got together a DMC order because there's a couple I need for the peacock. I put a DMC order in for, where did I put it at? 3 Stitches. Their email is 3 Stitches at 3stitches.com. Pam is the owner of that shop. I told her, hey, I need to put in a DMC order. She said, just email me the order and I'll let you know what I got. So spreading the love, just trying to get everybody in on some of that love, right? And I think I've shown everything except for my little tiny giveaway. Spring is in the air, so I have an extra one of these. I got a whole set, and then I had this single one randomly, and somebody might have sent it to me, but I had the whole set. So I figured, why not give it away? This is something easy enough to put into a card and just mail it. So if you are interested in getting this, now there are 3 others that go with the set, but this is really cute. If you're interested in getting this one, just go ahead and comment. Tell me what you're looking forward to this spring. Even with all this stuff going on, what are you looking forward to this spring? Keyword spring, and I will do a search for that for my next video. Okay? There's a mark on there because there used to be a snap. I don't know where the snap went. There's no snap on this one. You don't need it. Really. I think I'm done. I have some more work to do as far as putting crap away. There is one more thing. Oh my God. But wait, there's more. I wanted to show you guys the bags. Now, all these pictures are available on my StitchNButton group, and I'll just go through them real quick. I do have one of these accessory bags. There's other bags on the group already. I have one of these left. This is a Paris bag. This is an antique labels, and I figured it out. The labels are actually for photography. I didn't even realize it because I never really read all the labels. I just thought it was cool. And I have an antique carriage. There's 2 of these available. 2 left. I made like 4 of them. I have 2 of these available, hot rods, with a denim type inside, and I didn't have any car charms, but there are pine trees on there. Pine trees, words. I've got a headache. I took something. I'm just waiting for it to work. So I put some palm tree charms on it. There are 2 of those. I've got 3 of these. It's the Millennium Falcon, and the inside is Vader and Stormtrooper, and the charm says, "Turn around. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away." So I've got 3 of those. I've got 2 of these left, and it's whales with a whale charm. I just, issues today. Issues. I don't know why. Okay. And that whale and the mermaid scales. 2 of those, and then I have 2 of these. Bluebirds with gray. Some blue dots, and this cute little bird charm at the bottom. So if you're interested in those, go ahead and join my Facebook group. StitchNButton is the Facebook group if you want to do a search for that. If you're not part of Facebook, you can try to message me on Instagram at StitchNButtonCrafts, or email me at StitchNButton@gmail.com. I don't check that Gmail as much as I should. So if it takes me a while to get back to you, I am so sorry. I try to remember. It doesn't always work. Sorry. And that's all I've got. I hope everyone is continuing to do well, and things are starting to open back up. But just remember to just take precaution and don't stop washing your hands just because of this. Don't forget, don't let anyone steal your sunshine. Have a good one.